Hey guys, I want to do a little video today about expats in the Philippines and friendships among expats. Um, One thing I noticed since I've been here is there's a lot of drama in the expat community for some reason, and I tend to try to stay away from that, and I hang out with people that I know that don't carry a lot of drama. Um, a lot of my Filipino friends don't have that drama. You know, I have a lot of Filipino friends here, and when I want to hang out with somebody, I usually choose them to hang out with for several reasons. They know the ropes around here. They know how to get places. They know how to do things. When I hang out with expats, um, it's a lot of crap talk, you know, to build themselves up. I find that a lot of the expats here, some of them have big egos. Not all of them. Not all of them. I find some people at the mall that I hang out, don't hang out with, but I see them often at the mall, and they're pretty good, decent people, and they're like me. They kind of stay to themselves for whatever reason. They just talk to the people, their friends at the mall when they see them, and that's it. They don't really hang out that often or anything. There's been a few groups in here in Tracy that I used to hang out with, and one group I hung out with, which was pretty decent. But there was a little bit of drama going on, and I'm not gonna lie about it. And I find a lot more drama going on, believe it or not, with the Americans and the expats than I do with the Filipino community. Although Filipino community has a different type of drama, they don't drag you into it sometimes. Unless it's family drama, which is totally different. But I'm talking about friendship drama. Most of the people here that are your friends, they're your friends. I do find Filipino friends to be much more closer, more helpful. If you need something, they're there for you. They're willing to help you. I think expats here, some will help you, some might not. Expat friendships tend to be a little bit different. They're a bit more complicated. The people that a lot of the expats here, they're very touchy, and it could have to do with the age here, because I notice like a lot of the expats are in their 60s, they're in their 70s, and they tend to be a little bit more, I don't know, they're set in their ways. I'll say that. Okay, so they get a little bit more touchy. I'm in my 50s. I'm still fairly young compared to most expats here. And I get along with everybody, but do I want to get involved with the drama around here? I've been pulled into a few drama scenes amongst expats here, and I get kind of tired of it. I just kind of backed away from some of my expat friends that had a lot of drama going on because of girlfriend issues or things like that, and that they put their girlfriends ahead of you. So and I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I don't let it bother me. But if the girl's causing drama for everybody, they don't care. So I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna back off and stay on my own. And I do. And if that was to leave, I'd gladly go back and hang out with some of these people. I've had that happen, the girlfriend drama thing, with several expat friends here, where the girlfriend is, running the show for the expat, and the expat really doesn't see what's going on, or they're scamming him, and they don't know what's going on. Also, I've seen the expats being in the wrong and doing things that they shouldn't do when they're married. The obvious things. I've seen that before too, and they drag you into their mess, and it's very uncomfortable. And when they drag your family into their messes, why do you want to be around that? For what? I don't want to be around that. And I'm not gonna, keep covering for people and stuff. It's just, there's just too much expat drama here, I notice. In the United States, the same thing happened back there with a lot of people. It's just human nature, I think, that people do stuff like this. So, I'm not trying to talk as an expert on any of this. I'm just telling you, my observations here. I think that the drama here is a lot heavier in the expat community, especially among the bloggers. it gets really heavy duty. People, everybody hates everybody, or they put down everybody, or whatever. And sometimes it's for good reason, and sometimes it's just out of stupidity. Um, I will say this, that sometimes amongst the bloggers, I see that, you know, somebody makes a mistake or something like that, and that person takes a hit for life. You know, they will, nobody will befriend that person in the blogger community. There's no forgiveness at all amongst expats here. You know, and I choose not to get taken in with that. You know, I mean, as a Christian guy, I try to stay away from that. I came here for a lot of different reasons. I mean, I love being able to hang around with an American every now and then, and I had a great friend here, expat friend, who passed away. He was my best friend. He was my very best friend. His name was Mike, and when Mike passed away, I felt like I lost a piece of me, because we hung around, and he wasn't around very long. We only had him for like maybe, I believe it was like 3 months here. You know, we were friends, and he was born in a house in Lawrence, Massachusetts, where I came from, and I dealt with some kids in that house that I used to kind of mentor and look out for. And it's kind of funny that he was born in that same house. He grew up in that same house. And we just had a natural friendship from the beginning. He saw me walking around the mall, and you know, we just got to know each other and became best friends after that. And then he passed away, you know, and when he passed away, I felt like I lost like a big chunk of myself when he went, because he was so close with me, because we could talk about everything from back home. But I have other friends here too, and friendships. You know, I have friendships with Filipinos, like I said, and friendships with some expats. But I most of them are mall friendships, where we talk in the mall or something like that. If I ask somebody, hey, you want to go hang out or something like that, it's usually because I trust you and I feel you're a decent person. You know, and there's some people here that I trust, but I just haven't had a chance to really get to talk to them again. I run into them, so you know, it's so little, so I don't really get to, you know, invite them over to my house or invite them to go out to dinner or something like that. But I mean, expat friendships here are very funny, and I keep myself entertained by having a lot of friendships online here. It's something I learned, but I also keep myself busy here too. And you know, part of expat life over here is you learn to stay busy, you know, with everything, with your family. You stay busy online with your family back home and friends back home. I have a lot of friends back home that we talk to every day. You know, not every day. Well, some of them every day, yeah. And some of them like once every 3 months or something. We stay in touch, or we just drop each other a text or a message or something. You know, and it's great having this, you know, social media out there to be able to talk and talk in person, or seeing the person in front of you, and those are great, you know. But expat friendships can be very dramatic over here, and they're very funny. I mean, I meet some really weird people at the mall sometimes, and I start talking to them, and I won't say they're conspiracy theorist people so much as nutty. I meet a lot of nutty people here, a lot of weird expats, and usually they're alone. Some of them have a girlfriend, some of them don't. If they're with a girlfriend, they're usually with a weird girl, you know. And I see them to the mall, and I'll talk to them, and they seem like they're on psychotropic drugs or something like that, and they're just really out of it. And I don't know what the percentage is. I know in some areas it's higher than others, because I see these people walking around and they look like they're in cloud, you know, their heads up in the clouds or something like that. And I've also seen some very weird relationships around here, where I see people that I think they're mentally ill, and they're with some girl, and maybe they were sent over here by the family to be taken care of by some Filipino girl, and then they pay the Filipino girl maybe $200 a month or $300 a month or $400 a month to take care of the guy. I do see that here. I have seen it. Like I don't know if they're special needs people. I've seen a couple of these people look like they're maybe special needs people, and maybe they were sent here by an American family or whatever, and maybe they're, they're not really hardcore special needs, but maybe people that can still function and talk and have a conversation and have a personality, versus some special needs that really high, they need a lot of help. I'll just say it that way, But I think some families are sending people over here, and it's just something I noticed at the mall. I've seen a couple families here where the girl's holding some guy's hand, and it's blatantly obvious that the guy has issues, mental health issues, and you see that quite a lot. But I do believe that a lot of people come over here that were left some money from their family or something like that. Not a lot. I won't say a lot. A few come over here and maybe they're left some money from their family, or they get some sort of thing from the government or something, and they just don't function well in the community over here. They don't fit in well. It's blatantly obvious that there's something wrong with them. But the biggest thing amongst most expats here is the drama, infighting and arguments and stuff like that, and a lot of areas here where there's a large community of expats, that tend to be a lot more drinking, and you have a lot more drama in those areas. And I noticed that a lot of those people are usually the trolls that are on Facebook and YouTube and stuff like that. They're sitting at the bar watching videos and they're making negative comments, and those are the people I don't want to hang around with. I have no, I just don't want to be around those types of people, because they just bring a lot of negativity with them. Not to say I don't stop and have a beer once in a while. I probably have maybe 1 or 2 beers maybe every 2 or 3 months. I don't drink that often. I like to have a beer though once in a while with a steak or something like that. But I gotta say, like the lifestyles over here, you can pick and choose your lifestyle over here, because it's a new life over here. And it's the thing that's greatest about the Philippines here is the fact that when you make your new life over here, you build it around you, and you can do what you want with it. You can go any place where you want. You can pick your own friends. You don't have to. I've walked away from many people coming up to me at the mall before, trying to make a friendship with me, and when they start talking and I see what comes out of their mouth, I just walk away sometimes and just leave them standing there, because I don't want nothing to do with them. It's just, you can tell who what a person is like from the moment, the first 1 minute, just by the way they talk. Usually in the first minute, you get the true feel of that person, and if you don't like that person from the beginning, you're probably not going to like them later. But I just wanted to say that, guys. It's just a little observation thing that from me, something. I'm not an expert on any of this, but guys, be sure to press like and subscribe and leave any comments or anything. I'll be coming out with some new videos soon. I want to do a lot more on for Filipinas out there, that the Filipina girls that they've been asking me a lot of questions and stuff like that about expat guys, and they're kind of like afraid because of some of the scammers are wrecking it for them and stuff, and it's true that they are. And I did a video on scammers already, and they said that they feel like if every time they talk to an expat that they get treated like a scammer, and I can understand that. But I want to do a video about that a little bit, so maybe sometime in the future I'm gonna do a little bit more research and talk to some people on it and get some information and try to do something on that. But we'll talk to you guys later. Have a good day.